of the Game is brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of USA Athletics, helping the world keep promises. Duce Robinson is our best of the game, and you can hear why. You just heard his touchdown catch. Jordan Moore, Sean Cody Kessler. Big Duce joins us now, man. Appreciate you joining us. It was a heck of an experience. You got to blow a big kiss to the big house. Overall, what did you make of your first big time Big Ten road test?
Yeah, it was an incredible environment. Like playing in front of 100,000 fans is something that I've never got to experience before. So, just a super cool atmosphere, and then obviously, being able to score a touchdown in front of that many people, at a historic venue like the Big House, that's what you dream of as a kid. That's what you dream of growing up, and so, just being able to put that dream into reality, it was a blessing.
Walk us through the touchdown, big fella. You're on the right side. We heard Pete Arbogast call of it. Looked like zone defense, just find a little pocket. What's that touchdown to play like?
Yeah, that's Coach Riley. That's the brainchild of Coach Riley. I'm pretty sure he drew that up at the beginning of the week, and we had practiced it throughout the week. It's just that little corner, and in zone. Plant your foot in the ground and return it.
Yep.
And it worked out exactly how he said it was going to work out. So it was just super cool being able to go and capitalize on it.
Was that an actual corner stop, or was that a corner if they're outside you can shut it down and you read that?
No, I mean it's a read pre-snap.
And you and Miller are on the same page with that.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah,
man, that's some inside the game right there, guys. That's quarterback, wide receiver tough.
Cody is just asking questions for himself.
I was curious. Yeah, I mean, we'll stick with that. I just asked Coach Riley about it. But speaking of Miller, showed some toughness on Saturday, took some big-time hits and got back up. What did you see from your quarterback, and what impressed you the most about him?
Yeah, all of us knew Miller as a leader, throughout this entire, dating back to offseason. Since the time I've been here, he's been a natural-born leader. But I think, this was his first true test of, his resilience, facing that much pressure. Obviously, Michigan's D-line is incredible. They've got some super talented guys on their D-line and in their linebacker room. And so having to face that, and the fact that he was able to get up after all those hits and still, walk it off, still deliver the ball, and still be able to lead that team or lead our team, it just shows a lot about Miller's character.
Yeah, speaking of resilience, you guys, as a whole, had to deal with it in that game. You're down 14-0. The crowd is just ready to run you guys out of the building. Then you come all the way back. Then there's the pick six. You got to get back up, and that's when you get a big touchdown drive. What were those conversations like in the halftime locker room, on the sideline after the pick six? How were you guys able to rally and keep going in such a difficult atmosphere?
Yeah, the first half didn't necessarily go how we wanted it to go. Obviously, there were some mistakes made, some plays that we would like to have back. But, at halftime, I feel like we just came together. A lot of our leaders spoke to us, and, we have all the talent that we need. It was more so about just being on the same page, playing as one. And so, with Coach Riley speaking to us, I feel like we were really able to get our feet back under us and came out in the second half and played really well. Obviously, just one or two more plays here or there, and we would be walking out with the W. But I'm really proud of our team and the way we came back.
You sound like a veteran over here, man. It sounds like you've been doing this for a long time, but yet only a sophomore. You had a freshman year last year, a lot of lessons to learn. What did you pull from your freshman year, and what are the things you wanted to accomplish maybe going into your sophomore year?
Yeah, I was blessed, to be able to play in some big games really early on in my career. And, that speaks to, Coach Riley trusting me, which means a lot. And, I was able to go through and have some really good experiences and have some plays that I would have liked to get back. But all in all, I think me being able to go through those highs and lows in big games on a big stage so young has helped me this year. I feel like it really prepared me to be able to go to a place like Michigan, in front of 100,000 fans and just be ready for whatever opportunities did present themselves, good or bad.
Yep.
And so, I think I'm able to lean on a lot of the things that I learned my freshman year and bring them over into this year.
What's the message in the locker room to your teammates this week after a tough loss on Saturday? This is kind of the first time this team has faced adversity so far this year.
Yeah, we just talked about it earlier, but it feels like, all the guys on the team are taking responsibility for the loss, right? And I feel like that's what great teams have. You know, great teams don't try to blame other people for coming up short.
Yeah.
You know, everyone feels like, oh, I could have made one more play to be able to win. And I think that's what great teams are made of. And so, you know, I think that shows that we're going to be able to bounce back pretty well. And obviously playing a great team in Wisconsin, you know, this week, and facing a bunch of great teams in the Big Ten the rest of the schedule. But I think if we handle this the right way, you know, get back to practice, have a great week of practice, I think we'll be able to bounce back really well.
You're listening to Duce Robinson on Trojans Live. As I mentioned in his intro, he's a two-sport athlete here at USC, football and baseball. I knew your dad played football because Sean talks about it all the time. I didn't realize he was a two-sport athlete too, that he was a baseball player as well. So how is he guided you? What have your conversations been like with him, using his experience, you know, trying to make that balance or ultimately that choice with the two sports?
Yeah, you know, I think his biggest piece of advice is it's hard, right? Playing one sport in college is extremely difficult. And so, you know, my goal of trying to play two sports, you know, it's something that not a lot of people can do. But, you know, having him to help guide me, being able to lean on him through his experiences, what he learned, what worked for him, what didn't work for him. You know, he's been a great guide to just help me navigate this. You know, obviously I still go through my struggles too because it is so hard, but just having him alongside of me, you know, it's been one of the biggest blessings in my life.
Shout out Pops, Dominic Robinson, legend, Diamond Bar High School. Get it right.
There we go.
Who you already said better get on the YouTube and be watching this.
Yeah, I'm sure he's watching. He's critiquing right now. He's probably giving him notes right now.
We'll send him the link. Well, you know, if you didn't get to watch it live, we'll make sure you send him the link. You can always also listen on ESPN Los Angeles 710. You can also listen to Duce catch another touchdown, hopefully this Saturday, across the USC Trojans Media Network. USC versus Wisconsin, presented by iTrust Capital. Kickoff at 12:30. Don't wait until game time to plan for retirement. Open your free iTrust Capital account today and get your crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans. Stefan Brankovic is our next guest. He's coming up. USC men's water polo on Trojans Live.